Okay, are you ready now?
I'm born ready.
Okay. You got your mic on properly?
I hope so.
Oh, dear Lord. Hey, guys, and welcome to another episode of Charlie and Ponyo.
Yeah, living
That's
a good
Charlie,
life.
and I'm Ponyo.
What's good?
The Weekend.
As in the band?
Oh, actually, that's a really good album.
What? Oh, the week. Actually, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. And, actually, that brought up a really important topic.
What's that?
So, when you listen to an album, and especially if it's an album that you've listened to many times before, do you listen to it from start to finish, or would you prefer to listen to it shuffle?
Ooh.
Discuss.
Good question. For me, I'm a child of the 80s, so I always listen to albums as... I'm not part of the iTunes generation where you just buy tracks and you just you download the tracks as the ones that you like to listen to. The entire album, bang. Because the entire record is supposed to be listened to as is. You know what I mean? Mise en scene. You just listen to it, start to finish, because a lot of them tell a story. And that's what they're supposed to do, is as an album, you're supposed to tell a story, and you're supposed to keep going and have a fluid motion, and for any album that has it is worth its salt, they tell a story.
That's a good point.
From Nirvana's Nevermind to Michael Jackson Thriller to
The
what was
Weekend.
it? The Weekend, After
Definitely.
Hours. That's the one that you wanted to talk
Yes.
about, right?
So we went on a spontaneous road trip on the weekend, and over the weekend, while we were driving, we played the album from the weekend, and I just realised it's so beautiful. It's so beautifully put together and produced that you cannot listen to it shuffle. You have to listen to it at the very beginning to the end, and it just...
That's true.
And it just tells a beautiful story in every single song. And this is the deluxe version. And surprisingly, the deluxe version, I find with a lot of albums, I'm not really into the remix of songs, right? But for this particular album, the deluxe version with all the additions, amazing. Could not fault one of it. It was beautiful. Next question. You ready for this?
Not
you
really.
might want to think about it.
Okay.
Do you have your top 5 albums?
Of all time?
Yes.
Ooh, I could rattle off a few. Of all time, though.
Yeah.
It's
a hard one.
In no particular order?
In no particular order, because I definitely cannot put mine in an order.
I'd probably say something like Tool, 10,000 Days. I'd probably go Nirvana, In Utero. I'm a child of the... Michael Jackson, Thriller.
Ooh, okay.
I'll probably go Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, Rumours.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know.
Babe, you're missing out something. But anyway, I'll add it to
Well,
mine.
no. So that's 3 and 1. Okay, what are yours?
Okay.
Let me.
Okay.
That's a off the brain question.
So
I
off the
think
top
about
of my
that.
head as well, and this is very different genres to yours, and it's a mixture. Oh yeah, don't laugh. I have TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool.
What the?
Oh, babe.
Yeah, no, okay.
Amazing. I have Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little
Jagged
Pill.
Little Pill.
Oh, that's
a good
one.
album, though.
Now, you had Michael Jackson's Thriller, right? My one, Michael Jackson History, the double CD.
Okay.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, and this is, I cannot believe I'm saying this, I've got the last 2, it's by the same artist. It's Kanye West, College Dropout, and Late Registration.
In your top 5, both of those.
Yeah, it's up there. Well, in no particular order. It could change, But that's how I'm feeling at the moment. But yeah, I could add more.
No, good, interesting call.
But and the same thing with The Weeknd, with the Kanye's, those two that I mentioned, College Dropout and Late Registration. You have to listen from A to B. You cannot.
From start to finish.
Yeah, you
can't.
cannot have it on shuffle. It doesn't work. And it's so beautiful. But yeah,
That's okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other two that I would put in there would be The Fountain, the soundtrack to The Fountain by Clint Mansell.
Yes, that's a good one.
And I would probably put in there Jose Gonzalez.
Oh, that's your man.
Yeah.
That's your man. Can I add one more, which you don't agree?
Go.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, of course.
The problem is I don't know which album.
So,
There's a few of them that I do like. But I have to admit Mariah Carey will definitely be up there. Top 10. Somewhere.
never understood Mariah Carey.
That's okay, you don't need to. She won't understand you as well, so it's all
Good.
Moving along.
I think she's one of those people, I just say, she's probably one of those people, I'm just reaching, that is like in such a bubble, like she's in her own bubble of reality that nothing else matters.
How do you know?
Huh?
You don't know what she's been through. In what way? Because she comes out off.
No, she's got hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And so that's that automatic, and that's the thing. It's that automatic buffer between people. And so once you, like, yeah, she came up from hard times and blah blah blah. I haven't said that for a while. And then all of a sudden, once you hit that $1 million status and you start rolling in those dollars, there's that buffer between you and what the public is. But like let's be honest. You don't see Mariah Carey rolling on the trains or like if she is walking down the streets, she's walking with a security team. It's the same with like all those fuckers, you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like
celebrities are like that, babe.
Yeah, and they have to, and I get it, but that's what I'm talking about. It's all of a sudden you live in that bubble, and you're in a bubble, and you have to reside in that bubble. And then and so the kicker is that your creativity is in that bubble. And so when you were making all that awesome music, it was outside of that bubble. And then when you suddenly become famous and you're in a bubble and you're making music in a bubble, but it's a not reality of.
I'm going to rebuttal. There's a lot of the times when they're in that stage where what you would consider they become mainstream, right? That's what you're trying to get at, right? A lot of the time it's the music company or their management team would push a certain direction for the artists, right? Because at the end of the day, it's all about money. It's a business, so they need to see the dollar signs. And if they don't see the dollar signs, that's where they will reconsider the contract with the artist. Or the artist may have to find another management team to look after what they're envisioned. Unless they're really talented and they don't give a shit. For example, let's say Kanye, because clearly he doesn't give a shit about anyone and he's making great music. He's got so much money that he can actually produce his own music. He doesn't need a management team. The ball is in his court. Yes.
I hear you.
Yes.
And let me rebuttal your rebuttal.
No, you butt away.
So, what you're saying is like artist integrity at the end of the day all equates to dollar signs, and the dollar signs equate to nothing much as opposed to what the integrity is like based on what the artist envisioned as part of their, what do you call it? Their
Their style.
Yeah, their entire
Their
persona or
persona,
whatever.
yeah.
It's you know what I mean.
The identity.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh,
But
so
then,
well, yeah, that's that's
that's
good. That's a good.
but it's a price you have to pay. So as an artist, do you sacrifice your identity to get to where you want to be, which is could be, I don't know, a multi-million-dollar deal and having all of these awards such as the Grammys or whatever it may be, which is all I'm pretty sure rigged, but that's beside the point. Do you sacrifice your identity and then listen to the record company because they want you to go in a particular direction? Or do you stick to your guard and go, no, this is who I am, I'm not going to change, you take me as I am or I'm out?
Well,
Right?
yeah. No, there's a couple of things to unpack in that. So it becomes a situation where it becomes it's a lesser of two evils, right? So you end up going into a situation where you're less. How do you say it? Like you become driven by the
Money.
yeah, you get seduced by the money and you get seduced by and then you lose the small town version of you.
Yeah. Because you get so money hungry, you get fame, you want that rich life, high, that vision of being famous.
Yeah, and but then the kicker and the thing that layers on top of that is that then so once you become that is that you either do your own thing and then you end up getting drilled into the ground by your A&Rs and all of the media because they just like completely destroy you, or that you just go into and you be acquiescent to what all of that pop media funnel wants you to become. And it becomes one of those situations where it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, right? I don't know.
You know who I think is a very smart artist? Not just as a performer, but also making sure that he is looking after, future-proofing his wealth. Ed
Who?
Sheeran. Little red head
So
hair.
that's random.
Ed Sheeran. So apparently, I was reading, even though he has a multi-million-dollar music deal and his music selling out his concert, really good concerts by the way, he has a massive, not a massive dick, but a massive property portfolio.
Oh, does he?
Oh, ready? Not just 5, not 6, not 7, but 27 properties. Now that is smart.
Diversing his portfolio.
Definitely. He's got it all sorted out. So if his music career would die, at least he's got something to fall back on, which is all his properties.
Hell yeah.
27 of them.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Hell's yeah.
Oh yeah. Whatever. I need to hook up with him.
I think you should. For the benefit of both of us.
But yeah, it just, it's got me thinking. I'm like, very smart.
Smart dude.
But yes, so that's my little music thing. We went a bit off topic there, but that was fun. What else? What do you have, Charlie?
Not really much.
Oh.
I was really thinking about what energy looks like. What does energy look like in in 2020? So you're talking about solar panels, talking about stuff from the sun. You're talking about wind.
It's funny that you said that because when you said energy, I had a different interpretation in my mind.
Oh.
I was thinking energy
What
as
was
in
that?
spirit, as in aura.
Oh.
So when you said what does it look like, I was thinking more of what does it feel like?
Well, it's like a rhythm.
So it's funny how one word, you can have a different definition, I could have a different definition from it.
Different connotations.
Yes.
Well, that's
Ooh,
probably
sorry.
$50.
That was just my.
You owe me $50.
That was just my
Your phone was supposed to be on mute.
Duolingo. Shout out to Duolingo. I'm still learning my French.
How's your French going, by the way?
Oh, très bien, merci. Et toi?
Voulez-vous que j'ai ce soir?
No. Merci.
Anyway, so I wanted to. The interesting thing that I wanted to just talk about was, I don't know if you know about Earth's natural rhythm. Do you know about that?
The earth. What do you mean rhythm?
Earth has a natural rhythm.
What does that got to do with energy? Does it relate to energy?
Not in the sense of
So what?
solar panels or oil or
But
petroleum.
how does this relate to the question you asked about energy?
Energy.
What does the rhythm got to do with energy?
Frequency.
Like radio frequency?
See, that's the thing. When people talk about frequency, they
Yeah.
think about radio frequencies.
Yes.
Right?
Different connotation.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Which is not wrong.
No. It's not wrong. It's 100% right. But
But-
there's more to a radio frequency than meets the eye. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. Preach.
Oh, I will. How long have I got to preach?
I give you 30 seconds before I start yawning.
No, but like when you think so.
Hang in there, dear listeners. There'll be a good song at the end of this podcast. Just hang in there for the next 30 seconds while Charlie preach.
Yeah, keep talking while I.
Yeah, you lubricate your
drink.
voice.
No, but so the Earth is a giant electric circuit. No? Yes
Yes.
or no?
Okay.
It's got a north, it's got a south,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Correct.
It's an electromagnetic circuit.
Correct.
So the field that protects it has a certain frequency.
The aura.
Yeah, of the Earth.
Yeah.
So you know how a magnet works?
Yes.
Like you've done it in science class. You put a magnet down, north,
Yep.
south. You put a bunch of metal around it and it will spill it around. The interesting thing is that there's actual frequency that sits around the Earth. So then it's called pulse. So the pulse,
Like a heart rate.
yeah,
Oh.
it's at 7.83 hertz at an average.
What does it sound like? Do you have a sound of it?
It's called, no, I don't.
Can you Google it so the dear listeners can listen to
Well,
it?
yeah, at some stage. But this is what it's called, the Schumann Resonance. So at 7.8 hertz. It's the Schumann Resonance. It's the frequency of
How do you
the
spell
Earth.
Schumann?
Schumann.
Okay.
So this frequency circulates in the cavity bounded by the Earth's surface and the ionosphere. And so the distance between the Earth and the ionosphere is about 60 miles, 120, 130 kilometers. And this is, interestingly, this is also what the human brain at an average alpha frequency goes at. So there is a frequency that is tapped in to the. Oh, you're actually looks okay. Looking it up. No, but for real, I just want to talk about this because like, there's a lot of stuff going on about how people like saying, oh, fight COVID, 5G, all this type of stuff. But it's just interesting how the reality of it is that we are all a matter of frequency. There's 5 main categories of brain waves. So you've got alpha waves, which is full on. So they say in the middle of the scale, you've got a state of. It's I don't know. It's crazy.
Let me see if you can hear it. This is what I found.
I thought you were gonna pull it up for me so that I don't have to talk so much.
Can you hear it? Can you hear that? That's the sound of it.
I can hear it.
Yeah. It's just like a beat, like a heartbeat.
So you can go onto any radio channel and you can listen to that.
Well, learning something new each day.
But the real kicker is.
I better stop this.
You can keep it going. It's
Yeah.
very meditative. It's what the Buddhists used to
Really?
roll on. I think the real kicker with that is that I know they were talking about in COVID, like it's the 5G conspiracy and stuff like that. But I think more onto that is like frequency plays a lot more of a part than in our lives than we tend to give it credit for. And I think we need to pay more attention to the frequencies that come into our bodies and they come out.
Well, it's funny that you say that because one of the comments on YouTube here on the Schumann frequency, it says here there's benefits of listening to this, such as improving energy levels, improving stamina. There's a significant reduction in headaches. There's less nausea and gastric complaints. What else? Heart disease, allergies and other illnesses will reduce. Reduction in stress and exhaustion. This is quite interesting. Never thought of it in that way. I guess it's like you said. This is you know what I call this? This is the planet Earth's lullaby.
Exactly. The real interesting thing is that so if you look at atoms at a quantum level, they buzz in and out of a state of so they fluctuate between an in and out of fluctuation state. And then so the thing is that they run at a frequency, and so that dictates everything that comes across.
This is so insane. This particular one that I found on YouTube, did you know it goes on for 11 hours, 59 minutes and 58 seconds? So you can have this on your phone the whole day or even while you're sleeping as well.
Yeah.
That's just insane. But honestly, it just sounds like my fridge humming. That's what it sounds like. Oh my God.
It's the frequency of life.
Mm-hmm.
Earth resonates, you resonate.
It keeps the earth rotating.
It's like a monkey trying to steal your baby.
I don't get that reference.
Did you see that video of the monkey trying to with a motorcycle and then it rolls in and tries to steal a baby?
Of animals being out on the roads. So yeah. You play the song, babe? Yes, you did. This is a good track. Good track to move to. Yeah.
It's the future.
The future. The future. We come from the future. Thank you guys, and be safe, be good, and we'll be back next week.
Have a good week.
Bye.